Hi everybody, Army Pea here again from eXplorminate.net, and welcome to our Let's Try of Stars and Shadow, a new game that just recently hit for early access. Now you'll notice that I've pumped out a few turns since our last video. The reason is I'm kind of just showing off more of the mechanics of the game versus a full Let's Play. I think that when this game ends up coming out for full access, that's when we'll do it. But for right now, I'm just kind of showing off. So you can see that I've expanded quite a bit since our last video. I was able to find a Planet, a super duper planet with an excellent, interesting plant-like native population. It's massive, it's paradise, and its fertility is very high, meaning that my population is going to grow very quickly. And you'll notice that its population cap is 28 million, which is by far the biggest planet that we've encountered so far. In the meantime, now I'm going just kind of a side note, I'm going to be using this to produce a lot of food, and I'm going to be using it to produce a lot of beakers, a lot of science. I'm going to focus it on those two. The reason I wanted to produce food is because I've gotten two different outlining colonies now. I've got Cyrus 2, which I'm going to be using. It's got normal minerals, but I'm going to be using it a lot to produce for my production. And I've got Algor, which we know that we've already got, and it's producing a lot of mines and minerals. If you'll notice on my star map here, my colony ship is fastly approaching Castor, which I found Castor 1 has got a medium-sized planet, but it's rich in minerals. So we're going to be doing it that way. The one thing I do like about this game in early access, this is just, design fundamentals. It's a game that's designed to be played probably in 1 or 2 sittings, depending on how much time you have in your hands. There's not a lot of, it's not an incredibly drawn out, long game. I've played some Civ games and some Galactic, some other 4X games that have taken 10, 15, 20, maybe even like 25, 26 hours, and then I just lose interest. It just gets too much. But even on this map size here, you can see how quickly I've colonized in short order. It's actually nice. It feels like I wouldn't want to say streamlined because there's a certain depth there, but with a limited amount of infrastructure and the heavy emphasis on your battle systems, I find that colonizing becomes very easy. It's not painful, and I'm really enjoying it. So it looks like we've got transport. I built a couple transports because I want to get my population moving. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go to Restaban 2, and we'll get some of our colonists to go onto our transport ship. And this is the kind of the transport ship mechanic I was talking about earlier. And what I want to do is I want to go to Cyrus because I want to increase it. So you'll notice that I've got a transport ship. I got the colonists on it, and in 4 turns they'll reach it. And then I'll show you how we're going to park that into the pool, and then it'll continue on trading and getting our moving our population around. Okay, it looks like we're here. We're going to colonize Castor 1. Excellent. Not going to worry about the food. I'm going right for production. So we're going to build a factory. 75 turns, or I'm going to pay 675. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a few extra people to Castor. Just so that we can level out some of those population bases and increase our production levels. Okay, so you'll notice every time that I take a new, it expands my borders, which means that I can move around and explore more star systems. So I'm at Mira right now. I think I'm just going to go right next to Tile, which has got that big juicy planet. Okay, it looks like we've got another transport, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go on to Rustaban again. I'm going to embark a few other colonists, and then we're going to take you to Castor. Perfect. Love how easy this is. It's very easy. Say Algor, what do we got? We just built our space station. Okay, so now we're going to start to go into a different direction here. Now that I've got Al Gore is almost at his population cap of 12 million, I've got all of my factories and mines working overtime. I'm going to show you the ship editor, ship design. So we're going to take, let's say, our destroyer. Now this is the ship editor, which I really enjoy. I like it because it's very streamlined, it's very clean, and I love pixelized graphics. A lot of people out there really enjoy the big realistic 3D. I love it because it's a throwback to when I grew up with video games, where this graphics hit, if I were to see this graphics right now playing this game back in 1995, all my hair would blow off my head and my arms would rip off. Like, it would have been, my head would have exploded and delicious brain matter would have fallen out, because it would have blown my mind at how good this actually looks. Not to mention what I would have been able to, how my reaction would have been on some of the games that come out now that are just absolutely gorgeous. But that being said, we've got hard points on the upper left hand corner. So we've got different lasers, reinforced bulkheads, and you'll notice here that I've got 2 hard points for medium lasers. Reinforced bulkheads and nuclear reactors are under green under system. I've got an armor system. So what I can do here is I can trade it. So right now I've got my lasers, and my lasers do 1 to 10 damage, and they fire instantaneously, whereas nuclear missiles can, if I wanted to trade those out, they actually have to fly to the target, and they are susceptible to point defense. So I think I'm going to take a couple nuclear missiles. What does a coil gun do? 6 to 9. Projectile that pierces shields. I'm not too worried about shields right now, so we're going to call this Destroyer 1. Hell yeah. And I'm going to do it a mix of nuclear missiles and lasers, just to show you the 2 different types of weapon systems. So now that we got that, we're going to go take care of those space pirates who have not been very nice to us. So let's get a couple of those going. And yeah, I think that's good. A couple destroyers, why not? How many turns is it going to take? 4 turns per destroyer. That's not too shabby. Rastabam, what are you guys doing over here? Nothing, of course, because we're done building the transports. Just for protection, I think we're going to build 2 tanks. Tanks are the units that are represented for ground combat. It's good to have some that are defending, and also be used later for attacking. Okay, so next turn it looks like my transport will arrive, and it does. So I'm going to disembark my colonists onto that. Now here's the interesting thing about my transports. I don't want to do any more transporting. I'm done. So what I'm going to do is there's an icon right here at the bottom of the screen to start trading. Now if you pay attention as I click this button of what happens to my BC, boom, it starts trading. So what that is, all it's doing now is just invisibly flying in between my little empire, collecting goods and dropping them off and getting a tariff for it. And I think that's cool. Okay, I can now build my escort, my carrier ships. I think I'm going to, the construction of markets. I haven't really, well, no, I think we're going to go for orbital construction. This is when the starbase comes into effect, and then we can start building some big boy ships. What we're going to do is just going to check out what our escort carrier looks like. Now look at this guy. He's got an escort carrier, has a hangar bay that we can put interceptors, assault shuttles, and the assault shuttles are used for boarding or defending of boarding. Looks like he's got some point defense. So it is definitely a system that you have to protect. It's a ship that you have to protect, because with the interceptors it's fine, but with only point defense as its main attack, the interceptors are the only real way to do that. So I'm not too sure that I'm going to be building these. I want to focus on the destroyers and see how those destroyers do against these 2 pirate fleets that are, quite frankly, in my space. You'll see here that turns go very quickly, which I appreciate. I know that's not an incredibly intense game, but for early access I find that it's running very smoothly, which is always appreciated. Okay, what do we got? Construction at Restaban has been completed. That looks like our tank, and construction of our destroyer number 1. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Think we're in good shape there, so we're going to continue on. There's a derelict craft. Okay, let's abandon it, or let's board it and see what happens. Okay, no real juicy planets to speak of, so we'll get our scout ship to continue on. Caster, we will disembark our colonists onto that. Help it out. Well, we went to 35 turns, so that's good. We got 1,000,000 more people. As soon as I build that factory, actually I think I might actually rush that factory. 600. Wow, that is expensive. But 35 turns isn't really an option. We're going to make another factory. We'll see what the kind of... Okay, let's go to caster 1. So we can do 18 turns. Okay, so that, I just eliminated quite a bit of turns. So 18 is an acceptable amount. I can take that. Okay, this lovely trader is not doing things. We're going to continue on trading and carry on. Okay, we've got orbital construction. I think that escort cruisers. Whoa, look at this bad looking machine. The escort cruiser. Enemy missiles and small craft present a significant threat to our ships. Small destroyers can be effective in screening vessels when they find themselves vulnerable. That looks like that. Now I think I'm going to go with heavy hulls. It's 12 turns. I'm producing a lot of beakers per turn right now. What am I at? 31, which is not too shabby. And I like the idea of building big ships, especially in a game like this. Ugh, not another one. My gosh. Okay, well, we gotta get out of here. So my scout is gonna try to escape the pirate ship, and we're gonna go with that. Okay, so Rastaban's got 2 brigades of tanks protecting them. I guess we could start colonizing. I mean, it's not really much there. Why not? Not doing anything else, so we're gonna colonize Rastaban 3. Okay, everybody else is building what they should be. Okay, so 3 different pirate sectors in our space, and if you look at the size of our borders, I'm surprised that we haven't run into any of the other AI quite yet. Makes me think something's fishy. Okay, we've still got that. We're building at 9. I think we're going to build another mine. We're going to queue a mine, and then we're going to queue another factory. Get those things rolling. Okay, I've got a star date's good to go. What's going on? Native population, I can't go down there anyway. Okay, so how many destroyers we got now? We got 3 destroyers? What do we got for enemy ships? We've got 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers. Definitely does look like we're going to have to build something a little bit larger. What are my options? Got an escort carrier. Guess we could build one of those. A giant starbase. I think I'm going to continue on building these. We'll just overwhelm him with our awesome laser/nuclear missile destroyers. Okay, everybody's going. So you'll notice here that everything tends to happen pretty quickly. Like I said, these turns kind of be going by pretty quickly, and you'll notice that it's not like entirely microed. Like there's not a ton of small things I need to keep an eye on all the time. Especially having this huge planetary report on the left-hand side, I appreciate it because then I can quickly just go on to any planet. Okay, what do I want? Gonna build some transports because those are always in high demand, and because it increases my trade, there's no real reason I shouldn't. Okay, Rastaban 3, what do you want? You've got -1 food. It's 4 million people. I'm just gonna get you to build mine. That's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna mine all day and all night. Okay, I've got my heavy hulls. Why not we just take some heavy lasers onto those heavy hulls? We're gonna use our ship design. What do we got for a heavy cruiser? Nuclear missile, coil guns. No, we're not doing that. No, no, no. We're gonna go. Oh, we need heavy. Can I do that? Yeah. This is gonna be a up close and personal, all forward momentum. Boarding module, deep space can, extra ammunition, marine quarters. Yeah, I think this is where it's at. It's gonna be just like a tank. So this bad boy is going to get into battle, get in close range, do lots of nasty things to the enemy ships, but because of reinforced bulkheads and titanium armor, it's going to be able to take quite the beating. So we'll get Hadar. Going to build one of our heavy cruisers. And once that is complete, we're gonna start going after some of these bad boys. Okay, looks like we're good. Transport ship has been created. I'm gonna get you to start trading. Keeps my BC positive, which is always good. Carrying you on. Where's my scout ship? Is that a... Okay, well, my scout ship able to... Okay, well, get him scouting. Because I'm actually surprised that we haven't had a chance to meet... we haven't had a chance to really meet any other of the AI races yet. It's kind of interesting. Thought by now we'd have at least first contact. Okay, we got 2 factories, which is always good. I'm gonna do a 3rd factory because I want this to be my main hub. But you can see here, as building my ships under the metal, I'm getting all this from my certain mining, but I'm at minus 15 per turn because I'm building a destroyer and a transport. So it's another mechanic I really enjoy in this game, and it's something you have to keep your eye on. Okay, what do we got here? Just progressing along. It looks like we got our heavy cruiser. How long does it build? 6 turns. Okay, within 6 turns, and then we're going to get into the sticky wikis. Alright, we're going to start trading with you. Oh, it looks like we have established colonies. So let's see what we got here. Cyrus is built all this, and they want to build research. No, sir. You're going to build a couple tanks for me. We're going to check out who we are. Oh, it looks like we have established colony. This is a... Wow, this is a nice planet. I really want it. Which I'll end up getting in no time. I'm going to have to retreat just because I don't want to start any type of nonchalant problems with our newfound neighbors. Who knows, they could actually be more powerful than us. My new technology with my heavy lasers. Oh, I should probably put the heavy lasers right onto my carrier ship. We'll do that right after. Okay. I'm going to go with market theory there. Okay, system encounter. Wow. We've encountered a Gremac marauder base at the Aclaris system. It appears a group of slavers have been using the star system for basis of their raids. They've established an outpost on Alcaris 3. Leader of the marauders sent you a message. So you stumbled upon our base of operations. I have a proposal. Allow us to continue operating here and we'll graciously permit you to pay us a regular tribute. Otherwise you shall have to add your colonists to our slave stock. What do you say? Well, he wants 17 gold per turn. I'm making 25. That's outlandish. Beat it, Snake Boy. I'm not interested in your garbage. So we may actually be taking that fleet. What has he got? 2 destroyers? Pfft. We might actually be taking our big boy fleet over to him sooner than expected. Yeah, we're attacked. That's fine. I might actually leave these 2 passive pirate raids and go and see what they have to say over here. Wait. Oh, sorry. Auto retreat. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody. What is Rostaban doing? Doing research? I don't want research. I want Starbase. And you, I don't know why you're building that. Okay, sorry, got a little sidetrack there. Queue is full. Okay, so this is where we're going to end off on the part 2. I kind of caught you up to speed of what's happening. It looks like our fleets are going to be engaging in battle very early, and I'll be able to show off that fleet battle mechanic and how it instances into a completely different map and plays out with a turn-based system with various different types of weapons, which I always like. So this has been Army Pea for eXplorminate.net, and I'll see you guys next time.